Hello everyone, Jeremy here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're giving you the complete cruise port guide to Aomori, Japan, including where ships dock, how far away from town you are, transportation options, top things to do, and important tips to make the most of your day in port. If you're arriving in Aomori on a cruise, this is one of the easiest and most rewarding ports in northern Japan, especially during cherry blossom season, so let's get right into it. Cruise ships visiting Aomori normally dock at the Aomori Port Chinchua Wharf, sometimes called the Aomori Cruise Terminal. This is an excellent port location because you're already very close to the main downtown area. Let's take a look at a map. From the pier, it's about half a mile to a mile or 1 to 1.5 kilometers into the heart of the city. Many major attractions are walkable, however, if you prefer, taxis are readily available at the pier. Shuttle buses are sometimes provided by the port or cruise line, depending on the size of the ship and the amount of guests you have, so this is something you can check with your cruise line about in advance of your arrival into Aomori. This is one of the most cruise-friendly ports in Japan based on location and amenities. The cruise terminal itself, it's simple but efficient. At the port, facilities are a little bit limited as most services are actually provided at the main visitor information center, which is downtown. And this is a building that's pretty hard to miss as it's located at the Aspan building, which is a big triangle structure quite close to the waterfront. There you'll find tourist information help desk with free maps and brochures, access to public restrooms, and local volunteers who speak some English and are very helpful. Wi-Fi is typically limited around the port area, so if you don't have a portable internet service, we recommend utilizing the ship's Wi-Fi before you go ashore or get access to internet at various locations downtown. Right, let's talk about transportation. Firstly, walking. Now, if the weather is decent, walking is honestly the best way to get out and explore Aomori. The city is clean, it's flat, and it's very pedestrian friendly. Now, if you do need transportation though, taxis are plentiful and reliable. Just note though, regardless of where you call home before your travels, expect taxis in Japan to cost more than what you might be used to paying back home. Yen is often required to make a cash payment, so plan on this in advance. Now, most drivers don't really speak too much English in this part of the country, so having your destination written in Japanese does help, or you can also utilize a smartphone app such as Google Translate, that'll do the trick too. In addition, the Aomori train station is about a 15 to 20 minute walk on foot from the cruise port, and it is useful if you plan to visit some of the nearby towns or attractions that are outside of the city. Now, we'll talk more about this in a little bit, but first, let's start with staying local and looking at some of the nearby sightseeing options. Now let's get into some of the things you can actually see and do whilst you're here in Aomori. Now here you can see on this map to scale a few of the top options and their distance away from the cruise port. Often rated as the #1 attraction in Aomori, the Nobuta Warase Museum is where we start, located quite close to the Aomori station. Now this museum is dedicated to the Nobuta Festival, which is one of Japan's most famous summer festivals. Inside the museum, you'll see massive illuminated Nobuta floats, examples of festival music and videos, as well as costumes and hands-on exhibits. Even if your cruise isn't during the festival season, this museum is absolutely worth visiting. You want to plan around 45 minutes to an hour here to get the full experience. Then right next door is the A Factory, a modern waterfront complex. This is a great place for souvenir shopping and trying local foods. You'll notice that they sell a lot of Apple products here. This region of Japan is known as being the birthplace of the Fuji apple. Inside the A Factory building, there's a cafe selling coffee, cider, apple pastries, and other light meals, and there's also restrooms available and seating with harbor views. Staying with the food theme, if you do like seafood, do not miss the Aomori Gyusai Center, home of the Nokke-don. This unassuming building is one of the most fun and authentic food experiences in all of Aomori. Now here's how it works. You buy a ticket booklet, walk from stall to stall choosing fresh toppings, and build your own seafood bowl. You'll find tuna, scallops, salmon roe, shrimp, and more, and this is one of the best Japanese seafood experiences you'll find when cruising in northern Japan. Another excellent attraction is the HAKKODA-MARU memorial ship, which is a former ferry that once connected Honshu and Hokkaido. You can explore the ship's interior, the engine rooms, and look at exhibits about Japan's rail and ferry history. It's located near to the bay and easy to combine with these other downtown sites. And if you want to touch more local insight into the area, try the Aomori Museum of History. It is dedicated to the history and folk culture of the region from ancient times through to the modern era. There are displays about local businesses, shops, and how the city developed over time, plus the role of the fishing industry on the local community. Just note that information here in signage, it's a little bit limited in English, but the museum does give this broad, visual, and easy to follow overview of local history for casual visitors and those passing by with an interest in Japanese culture. Again, here let's take another look at a map of the downtown sightseeing options. There really are some interesting places to visit here, so we'll leave a link in the description below of this video to our Aomori cruise port information page so you can read up a little bit more about some of these options. Now, if you're looking to go a little bit further beyond the city, there are two popular options in particular, the towns of Goshogawara and the other that we'll look at first, which is Hirosaki. Located about an hour from Aomori, Hirosaki is famous for its castle. It's one of northern Japan's most famous castles, and highlights here include the castle grounds, the samurai architecture, and the beautiful surrounding gardens. This is definitely at its best during the cherry blossom season, which for this northern part of Japan, it's typically closer to the mid-April range, and that's often when cruise lines offer the tours here. Alternatively, you can take local taxis if you do wish to, but the best option for independent travel if you just want to go on your own and not take a tour is to actually take the train from the Aomori station. That being said, if you do take the train, once you arrive at Hirosaki, just note that the castle's about 1.5 miles away from the train station. Now it is a simple enough walk, however, if you do want to take a taxi, there are normally plenty of them available at the train station as you exit. The other popular option is a visit to the town of Goshogawara. This is a small regional city best known as the cultural heart of the Tsugaru region. It is known for its traditional festivals and local crafts and has a more slower rural atmosphere that feels very different to Japan's big cities. Now, similar to Hirosaki, you can often go via a shore excursion or independently by taking the train from Aomori Station. So now you know where you arrive, what to see and do locally, and a few further afield adventure options. Here are a few tips before you go to make for a successful day. Firstly, cash is still important in Japan, so bring yen or use an ATM or currency exchange locally upon arrival, as not everywhere will accept credit cards. Now the next thing, just note that public trash cans are limited around Japan, so maybe just carry a small bag for your items that would normally go in a trash can. Also, unlike other parts of Japan, English is a little bit less common here, but locals are extremely kind and helpful and will try their best to point you in the right direction. That being said, having something like Google Translate may really help you out throughout your time in Aomori. And also, you want to dress for the weather here. Aomori can be cooler and a little bit windy sometimes, especially when cruise ships are visiting, typically in the springtime around that cherry blossom season. So it might not be the warmest stop that you have on your Japanese cruise experience. Whilst maybe not being as well known as some other Japanese cruise destinations, Aomori is one of those ports that quickly becomes a traveler's favorite. It's authentic, relaxed, a foodie's heaven, and it's incredibly easy to explore. Now, if you found this guide helpful, please give the video a like, and if you want more information on cruise ports around the world, subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest videos we publish. Also, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about Aomori that we haven't been able to answer in this video. We'll try our best to get back to you as soon as we can to be as helpful as possible. But otherwise, thanks very much for watching and enjoy your cruising visit to Japan.